Yo, what's good, everybody? Cards we're working on some Top's Finest. Nice little, quick little blaster. And not opening them now, but up on deck. We are in possession. These guys. So we got these on deck right now too. So gonna be saving those, opening those. I want to complete the collection for myself. I wish the golds were between other fighters and not just John Jones and DuBronx, but I am a big DuBronx fan, so that is my chase. That's the one that I want the most. But yeah, all kinds of good fighters on there. Very excited to have those. Islam. Yeah, there's just some really good fighters, so good shit. Yo, what's going on? SCVMBVCK. Scum Bucket. Scum Buck. Is that the cool, is that the style the V's are used? What's going on, dog? Thanks for tapping through. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on this binder real quick. So I like to put all the inserts from that into top loaders, and then I just throw all the rares and the base into this one. And I leave a little bit of room, so no specific order. Didn't really care to with these. A lot of mine are in the little garage house thing, so it felt nice to make a binder finally. And I had so many of these base cards, I thought, why not do it here? So we're working on that nice little quick Tom Aspinall base. So there's some good base cards, but I have already so many good inserts of those that that's what I focus my top loaders on, you know. Biggest hit from the series for me was this Diego Lopez out of 50. It's a very solid hit. Diego Lopez, that's the Top's Finest. And I like that it was the gold. It's sad the golds aren't out of 10, but I like that it's the gold still. So having a Diego auto numbered is pretty cool, especially if it's top 50. For anyone who's lucky to do a top 5 or top 10, damn, you're lucky. The real chase was for the one of ones, you know. You either want the 1 out of 1 DuBronx, Gaethje, Islam, Ilya, Volk, Max, Dustin, Patty, Hamzat, Shavkat, Khabib, Connor, Nunes, all the big names. But I like those one-off chases too. Before he became cool again and was doing more active fighting when everyone gave up on him, I said, you know, Terrence McKinney's one of those, you know, he's either going to live by the sword or die by the sword. And the fight's not going to the judges. And that's what I love about fighters like him. And again, DuBronx being one of my personal favorites. So lost a couple fights. People started selling his golds, his rookies. I said, cool, great. Welcome to the collection, because I knew this dude would bounce back, mature as a fighter, control that chaos, and only get a little better, you know, especially at that level. So fun, excited to see this dude do his thing. Cool to talk to on IG a little bit. I also liked his 30th year anniversary, the McKinney there. Rated rookie. So that's a fun one there. The blue disco is always one of my favorites. I was a rookie of this. Lucky to have some Panini rookies, but yeah. Sort of the tricolors. All rookies, but yeah. I'm going to ship them up to my man, hopefully here sometime soon, and have them boys sign. Or I might bump into them at an event. We'll have to see what next year looks like. Not reckon I'm gonna go to any events this year. Chicago's a possibility. just because it's so close. I could just drive to it. Card's not the most exciting thing in the world, though, sadly. I'm just sleeving these base cards and putting them into my binder real quick. Seeing if anyone wants to bounce through chat real quick. And then I'm breaking into some video content for the day. Putting up my picks, doing a couple fight breakdown related things. Might even just complete the breakdown. That'll depend if I want to kill stream or just coincide it, really. Just fuck it, do it live. Probably save me the time. I may do it that way instead. Thing is, though, I'd rather not post it up to IG so that if people really cared enough, they'd have to at least click the YouTube video, which is all I'm trying to do right now. Migrate, so maybe I stop doing that. I still upload the pick sheet. That's a fun IG one, but maybe for fight breakdowns, I post that up to YouTube only. Wrappers, sweet. This booklet's fucking loaded. I'll probably have to grab some more pages. So we are past the rares. One extra page and a half of rares. We should be good there. Nice. There's a Rebecca rare. Another rookie. Blackshear. Dariush. Bryce Mitchell. His cards are kind of an interesting one. Who knows what's going to end up happening with those cards. So yeah, we ended up getting a couple more rares out of that box, which is cool. Mini sleeves. Yo, what's up, my overseas homie? Hey, overseas homie. Yeah, hey, what's going on, man? Not much, just jamming, enjoying the night before having to go back to work tomorrow. I was kind of lagged from the trip and I could not get myself to sleep last night. I ended up taking a personal day today, got a bunch of things done, but more importantly, got some sleep. That whole trip I did not sleep, so I felt like I was in a coma. I didn't sleep the best due to comfort. The Airbnb I stayed at was like a cabin, and it had, you know, just a little bit of space to work with, so the mattress that was there was just, I've been fucked in and so stiff and shitty that I just didn't sleep in good. But the cabin was sweet. It had dope ass sauna and fire pit and all this shit there. Nice ass kitchen, big ass TV. Actually had good speed internet. Watched some Ancient Aliens, looking up at the stars. Oh yeah, it was a good ass time. All right, put these away here. So what's going on, Koi? What's going on, big dog? Hope you had a good Memorial Day, doing something you loved. All right. Done with that rare page right there. Just about one more slot free. I got a whole page of Poeton base right here. I put a whole page of Poeton and then I put Izzy in the middle. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna keep that one extra page free for more rares. There it goes. Those binders are fucking full of shit. I'm gonna get a couple more pages added here as well, sadly. Fuck. Looks so good all paged up like that. Yeah, and the binder. Yeah, they're sweet. These cards are probably some of the coolest base cards you can buy that are non-hobby because of the different coloring inserts you get, which I I just have, yeah, I have them all out right here. So of the one box I opened, these are all the best cards. Got a Glimmer with the blue, like Shimmer of Whaley. Carolina, who gives a shit? That's just kind of a throwaway, but it's at least the rare quality of her too. Esparza, another one that's like, eh. Here's an elite or rare or whatever of Stipe, which is cool. Crappy rookie, Chandler. Then from here, it's cool. All right, so Intimidators, Chaos, Hamza, Cyril Gone, Shimmer, and then right there, the Beauty Queen himself, the little shimmer purple. How fitting is that for for Bones Jones? Yeah, the aqua color is cool. So those are retail exclusives. You can't get those in hobbies. So I have a bunch of hobbies. So anytime I get a box, it's like I'm expanding. I've gotten a shimmer auto like that too, a Piper, which is sweet. Yeah. So now I'm just taking care of the base cards, you know. Still making sure that we get those into the binder because I like collecting it. But yeah, I showed it once already, but this is my favorite finest card I hit. Out of 50, Topps Finest, Diego Lopez, rookie auto. Gold and orange or whatever. Looks sweet. Yeah, I have a big collection. Everything is gonna be in that box right there, top loaded, and then further yet, I have a whole table over here. So yeah, I got cases down there that I would bring to like a card show or to get cards graded, which I'm soon to do. I haven't done a whole ton of grading, so it's actually I'm super stoked for it. Uh-oh. Bunch of these just came off the peg there for that. Yikes. All in the middle too. Well, I will have to address that after the stream. That's unfortunate though. Yeah, this binder, I'm about done with it because the only finest minus a break I did last night to help support One Punch Cards, Josh Emmett's group. I was part of a break last night, and that minus that and maybe buying my own mega box, I'm done with finest. I had a lot of fun, but I pretty much have a lot of cards. I might try to complete a rainbow if I could get the legendary 1 out of 1 in a trade or sale or something. So hey, you're off to sleep, yeah. Yeah, enjoy your night, man. It's cool. We'll have to link up sometime and see what your collection looks like. See what you got going on and who you got for fight picks and all that kind of stuff too. Thanks for swinging through, bro. Much love. Yo, what's going on YouTube? Let me fix the audio for you. We're gonna kill the stream for IG and fix the audio for you. Turn that down a little bit like so. Hope that's a little better. What's going on, bro? Just taking care of some cards here real quick and then transitioning. I want to start doing a couple videos. I'm going to go through fight picks, fight breakdown. Anyone wanted to swing through IG, sometimes Lethal Hands is free. I give him that opportunity to hop on, share what he's got going on. Talk about the card with him because that's always fun. I'm actually going to have him start to do this on Discord with me, and so I might still have the tablet over here streaming, but yeah, if you're going to want to actually be able to hear the quality and everything the best, you'll be watching the YouTube video that will be live, and I'll put links in that into the story and all that too as I'm live. Might stream to IG with everything muted with just a caption saying live on YouTube and then whatever we decide to do We already have the name and all that figured out, but cool little collaboration. Something I was actually originally seeking to do in the space anyways. It's just turn that down for myself a little bit. Something I originally sought out to do, and really I don't know, I had fun with anyone who wanted to come through the chat and chit chat for a bit. But Lethal is definitely the most passionate of anyone I've met who's into it like I am, in the sense where we're not sleeping over it and we're partying and just having a good time, excited for the fights, looking forward to them. Crazily equally, and also two big time passionate card collectors and hobbyists that share that connection too. So he and I are going to be starting a little segment just for the fun collaboration piece of it. What is his predictions? What are mine? Because as much as it's fun to do that kind of stuff, it's also fun to go back and forth, maybe even be persuaded, and also give ourselves just kind of that platform to share it and enjoy it with a friend, enjoy it with someone who's a diehard like you. So looking forward to kicking those off soon. We're going to have a scheduled time and date for YouTube uploads, but there will always be the scheduled time and date for live. And that's going to be the piece that I'm looking forward to. The video is just, here's a camera to it and stuff. But everyone's busy, especially when you do your own fight predictions and you're watching tape, and maybe you have other hobbies, family, interests, children, whatever that is. You may not always have time to watch something. So we decided it would be cool just to kind of turn this and focus this also as a podcast too. If anyone's wanting to chill out and see what cards we're actually showing to the camera, or bets that I can pull up on the screen, maybe for myself venture and do more with design and my graphics and illustration work like that. I like the collaboration of using other people's and tagging them and sharing their others, but I also like to design and create my own shit too and have my own flair. So that's going to be for me the making of the thumbnails, making for pictures on subjects maybe that I can prepare, and stuff like that. So anyways, hope everyone had a nice holiday. There are a couple cards that are just gonna have to wait. I'm putting them on the backside for now. I am not fixing that right now. Set that over here. Sweet. All right, let's shift gears. Let's get into the card. I'm gonna get you guys pulled up right here as I do fight breakdowns on this screen, pulling up the card, talking about it a little bit. And then for the folks on YouTube, you'll be getting to see the fight page as well, Tapology. Like most people, I'm probably just going to use that. Before I do this, I'm firing a link out onto X and other socials, so that anyone who wants to hear this breakdown at least live has the ability to do so. Most people, I'm probably give myself a quick little audio check here. And other socials. Music stopping due to copyright bullshit. Bring this a little closer to myself. There we go. Bring up the quality a little bit there. I'm just listening for this improvement. Closer to myself. There we go. A lot better. Okay, cool. I'm just grabbing the link, posting it to X. Let's go back. There we go. Real quick, guys. Sorry, 1 second here. There she be. Just making a quick post. Yo, what's going on, Andrew? Actually, you know what? Check this shit out, buddy. Hop on in. About to do a quick recording on some fight breakdown stuff, but I figure I'll say what's up. Yo, what's going on, Marco? Thanks for tapping in. If you're busy, don't worry, bro. I just figured I'd say what's up. Not the best of boxes, but my anniversary gift is I got a blaster box. I'd say these are probably like my 4 best cards. I got the Whaley in there? Yeah, she's just covered. No. Here she be. Yo, you guys can see I'm a little bit of a fan, alright? Whaley's about to be double champ this year. She's going to beat Shevchenko and be double champ. And it's crazy because Shevchenko just beat Farot. It's crazy. Crazy window. Alright, looks like Andrew might be busy. That's fine and dandy. Alright, so I'm going to... You guys are just coming along for the adventure. The real video is going to be on YouTube, but we're going to go through and do a full fight breakdown. I'm going to pull up the fight card real quick for both streams. You guys can view a graphic I'll put here, but the main one we're going to be actually scrolling up and down, and it's going to be on YouTube. So go to MMA Toad on YouTube if you want to watch the video live. This video will be posted later if you're busy. Appreciate that. Yep, so let's do Tapology, I guess. All right. It's going to be your guys' graphic right here to start with. It's the best I can do for you. Thanks for tapping in again. Full video will be on YouTube after the fact if you guys want to enjoy it from there. This microphone does surprisingly have to be close. I've adjusted the noise gates because I have fans on me. Central air in this house sucks ass. So, in sacrifice of that, I have to talk like I have a voice that means anything very close to this mic. But it is a nice new mic too, so it's kind of cool getting to learn it. And shout out again for Hey Jives with the idea. He missed the part of the parlay where Brown got the knockout in the second round, so I had rounds 1 and 2, and then we cashed out early. So $13 won 1,100 just about. And had Michelle actually went out and did his damn thing. That could have smacked really fucking hard, but I'm glad I cashed out early because I didn't suspect it. And that was a really good read. So, yo, what's going on, Texas? Thanks for tapping in. All right, so you guys, I will turn around and read and look at you guys again after this video is made. Again, appreciate the love. That will be on YouTube. I guess the chat is technically in the background, but you can't see it all that much. So there's that. I kind of wish I had like a rolling desk or something because I do have these guys just to show off real quick. We're going to be opening these at some point for a stream before card. These 8 pieces together will build an octagon kind of like the one I have over here that I post all my trading cards from. So that'll be kind of the cool relic in that sense. Unique fighters. And there's the Gold Bronx and John Jones. 14 total, 12 unique. You got names like Bronx, Max Holloway, Volkanovski, Wei Lee, John Jones, Islam, McGregor, Amanda Nunes, Sean O'Malley, Izzy, Brandon Moreno, which is a huge favorite of mine, Shevchenko, and the one that I'm personally after the most, the Gold Bronx, and then there's Gold John Jones too. So we have a couple boxes that I'm excited to open, a few to say. And yeah, looking forward to hopefully having all of those. I don't know how rare the golds are, so the hope is that I eventually just get at least that one. So yeah. But yeah, we're going to transition away from trading cards and collectibles. We're going to move into fight breakdowns, and once we complete breakdowns, we're going to be looking bets as well in a later stream. I'm going to kind of let these, like I'll say, like this fight very well likely ends this way, but from a betting standpoint, I might bet distance because the payout for a knockout from a specific fighter just doesn't cash out the same, you know? It's like, excuse me, why not defend yourself for the same payout and have it go in both ways all of a sudden by a finish? So I like to make those reads, do some of that early while I can. Before I go to bed, I'm going to be definitely cooking up some parlays. So that'll be late in the stream, late in the show. I got a video I'm going to make as well on the whole Tom Aspinall situation. That will come after the fight picks video because I want to get my fight post made as well and get that up before it's too late. Obviously, I'm in a contest right now. These fight picks sometimes do change up last second. I'd made the change for Zahabi against Aldo very late, and I didn't even update the graphics. So I guess the best way you can stay in touch on those is if you're watching the streams and some of the videos and stuff, because we'll talk about the change of heart and all that too. If people really care enough on IG, I can always make a quick story, but I need to hear like a demand or a reason for that, because otherwise I think I'm pretty honest and open when I'm in a split pick situation, and I'm going to wait until weigh-ins, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the people who care and watch, they know. So yeah, we've been doing good on picks. We've been like 9-2 the last few weeks. 9-2 in the last few weeks, and that allowed us to go from like a tie for third after week 2. By the end of week 4, we're currently in first place by a pick. So it's tight. It's a good group. Good bettors in that group as well. So even if their picks are wrong, they're still cashing and having a good time. So it's a cool community. Was happy to be invited literally last second. Was able to jump in, and yeah, looks like there's some other cool people in the space I didn't even know existed. So it's been nice kind of meeting them as well. Big shout out to the Mud Hut. If you know what that is, you know what that is. We have some fighters in that community as well as some good bettors or content creators. So love all the activity, and minus a few posts where I've had to reach out to people and say, hey, that's not cool here. Everything's been pretty chill. So yeah. There was a Max I missed, but that's fine. He will go right here until I fix that later. I need to blow my nose real quick. One moment. Yeah. Yuck. I don't know what that was, but it did not hit me good. Alright, so we're going to transition into this picks once I make this post here real quick. And I'm going to restart the stream here. Actually, I'll just start my local recording and I'll upload it after. Actually, sounds even better yet. I'm going to kill this fan for the best audio that I'm able to provide. And no speakers because I'm not using audio for this video. Okay. All right. Let my girl know I'm streaming real quick for the fight breakdown video. Just download a real antivirus, run it. All right. Cool. Man, I don't know what that was. I'm taking another drink of this. If this is the issue, I'm tossing it. Something that might be getting a reaction or something. All right, let's get into this video here. My back is fucked. All right. Make sure the breakdown screen is of what we want. Post that real quick. Looks good. Nice. I'm just setting something up real quick, getting a thumbnail. It's like a good 20-second delay or so from the stream I'm seeing. A couple people tapping in too. You guys, good timing if you're interested. I'm about to do a fight breakdown and give you guys my picks. This fucking stream is light years behind though. Holy shit. Never fucking mind. We will do that later, I suppose. Alright, just post it up to X. I'll just make a quick post to IG. Let them know that we're doing this. Fuck it. Do it live, boys. Do it live. I want to catch this audio real quick. One moment, y'all. All right, you guys are unmuted. Just caught up with a good buddy, and well, I'll just tell you guys. I just caught up with Lethal Hands, and yeah, we got some great things coming for you guys. So stay tuned for those videos, podcasts, whatever that starts to turn into. We're gonna have a good ass fucking time. So, all right, let me transition everything over to this. I'm gonna set one image up in advance so I don't have to search it later on IG. I think it's in this story. Yeah, right there. I'll screenshot it, it's fine. I guess I'll show it like that. me, I'm going to make a video on this, actually, a separate clip. I'm going to clip it, so I might as well make the thumbnail for it now. Alright, so, cool. I just want to be able to talk about that too, so it's fine from there. Are you able to pause it? Yeah, you actually are able to pause it, sick. So we'll just keep that there. Alright, we're going to get into this card. Alright, just saying what's up real quick before we focus our attention again. We got a couple people tapping in, so lastly we had Texas Pull, which is stopping through blood. River City, another concurrent, and Aljo Card Collector, which, yes, I did just recently discover your page. I got some Aljo too, man. I think he's great. I already got a top loader stack like that, yay high, some autos numbered and just inserts, that this and that. Nothing super high. I think I have out of 25 auto of his. Midnight, probably my best card of his, but yeah, he's good, man. The backpack's real. I love that iron sharpens iron. At the end of the day, him and Merab are fucking dope at bantamweight. I would have loved to have seen him try to stick it out, had that conflict not occurred with, Merab. Like, yeah, I'll just move up, out of respect of their union, their friendship and being teammates like that. But if El just stayed at 135, he could have been the one that potentially beat Umar or Sugar in a rematch at the very least. I still think that fight would have gone differently had he not been caught so well, But just props to Sugar. And that's the fight with Merab is, can Sugar catch Merab, because he's clearly not going to do shit with the grappling. We all know that. What's going on, Evil? All right, so we're going to tap into this breakdown now. I'm going to start this recording as well. Hey everybody, what's good? MMA Toad here. I'm going to go through a quick breakdown on UFC Vegas 107. Got my picks done. Now we're going to think, a little bit on bets. I like some of these fights within the distance. You can build a fight doesn't go the distance parlay, would be a fun one this week. And yeah, let's get down into it. Do a quick transition, of course, of the lenses, because we got to come back down to a normal altitude to be able to read these a little better. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go RDS in the first fight, opening up against Alice. Alice, she's neither gifted and getting the fight down to the ground, her striking. She's going to have a little bit of a disadvantage at range with RDS and the speed of the striking. I think she could get the fight done via finish even. But I tend to stay away from these early women's prelims for distance because we've been burned so much in the past by the fights we expected and then kind of upset with the fights we didn't, right? If you can guess those props specifically, I would be curious to see what RDS looked like by TKO. Could see it getting done with some elbows, some ground and pound potentially, but yeah, Elise is just, she's tough, she's durable for the most part. She'll probably lose to a decision. All right, moving up the card. Oki's stepping in. Short notice against Michael Aswell. And you can see right here, the fight was canceled with Marquel Mirandos. I still think Oki's solid in this fight. He's probably going to get done by a knockout. Breakdown Tapology here. About 60% of those wins are coming via knockout. First, second round. I like that prop a lot for a second round knockout. Michael's game plan is going to have to be to get this fight to the ground, but he's, that's going to be his path to victory. I don't think he really wants to be on the feet. This guy also likes to brawl it out a bit too. So I like that fight by knockout as well. If you look at the props on it, maybe both fighter by knockout still is a good payout. Moving up the card, we got Gustafsson taking on Giles. Gustafsson, he's kind of a killer be killed kind of fighter. He likes to throw the elbow strikes, the knees. He's good with the clinch work, good with his ground and pound. He also absorbs some shots as well. Pretty grit, able to eat through it. Trevin Giles is my worry in this fight. He's known to get clipped and get hurt and be put away, and that's going to be the biggest fear. This fight for me, for that reason, is a bit of a pick'em. Giles is a bit of an underdog. The only thing I'll respect is that Trevin's fought the higher level of opposition, and Gustafsson, making his debut. A lot of these guys get, as we know, fraud checked, and we only tend to focus more on the undefeated prospects. But there's a lot of people that come in also with a few losses, and we think very highly of them still. I've tend to kind of let them prove it to me before I put a lot of stock in them. And so I like the underdog prop a lot in Trevin for this reason. Even if he was a slight favorite, I'd still be riding with him in this fight. From a betting standpoint, I like the fight doesn't go to the judges. I like that a lot. But yes, I with Giles, it's probably happening via knockout. I just see the gunfight being unavoidable based on how Gustafsson likes to fight and how offensive he is. If he goes out and hits the gas pedal and Trevin can't, keep that guard tight and where it needs to be, could eat a big uppercut, and that's the fight. Big knee up the middle. Could see him getting hurt. Could see him getting knocked out too. So distance, no, is probably safest. Moving up the card. Another pick'em for me. The Monkey King, Jordan Levitt, taking on Kurt Halabaugh. I like Kurt's grittiness, but Jordan doesn't really threaten a lot with bombs. He does possess power to put people down unexpectedly, but he's not really an expert in that area. And people like Kurt on the feet would smoke him probably 8 out of 10 times, minus like a big shot. Again, Kurt's tough. We remember the fight with Cody. Just going back and forth, just smacking the fucking shit out of each other. Apex, no audience, was crazy. It was actually a really crazy audio fight to go back and listen to. So, also, Kurt, shout out to him a week ago or so. He just followed me, so appreciate that. Wished him the best. And from a pick standpoint, I understand that Levitt's been here once again, more solidified, higher levels of opposition. Patty and Jordan, there were a lot of conversations on how Jordan could hold down Patty, and Patty's best shot was being on the feet in that fight, and the wrestling of Levitt would be superior to Patty's jiu-jitsu, but why not crack Patty? Because everyone thinks that that's the road to success based on his previous fight careers, right? And avoid his jiu-jitsu and respect it. Patty looked great in that fight. Jordan had a few moments of success as well. He obviously hit that unexpected knockout. Was a good performance by him against Victor Martinez. But yeah, his last 2 times out, pretty tough. Especially Chase Hooper. That's not going anywhere, man. So Monkey King probably is going to be, from a pick standpoint, where I'll set it. From a betting standpoint, Levitt by decision or a submission are probably safe. Kurt by a TK or a knockout would be the way I'd play the underdog. Because he's probably not winning on points. He's got a 39 or 38% takedown accuracy defense. So, yeah, it's going to be tough with Jordan. Jordan's definitely getting his takedowns. That'd be a good bet too. Does Jordan hit at least 3 takedowns? The only way that loses is if, obviously, Jordan hits his submission early. But otherwise, it should be safe. All right, moving up the card. Alan Nascimento taking on Rafael Fio. I like Rafael in this fight. I think his stand-up's pretty solid. He's pretty good. Striker, his jiu-jitsu solid. He takes the fight wherever he needs to. He's a finisher. Likely doesn't go. This fight I like a lot. Not going to the judges. It's like plus 125, plus 150. So one of these dudes is getting getting tapped or getting dropped. This fight ain't going to the judges. Much like the fight ahead of it as well. I'm going to probably parlay distance no for sure on these two as like a prelim distance no parlay. Um, Probably sprinkle Oki into this and our RDS and respectfully leave out the Gustafson and Giles fight because that's such an unknown piece, as well as inside the distance and Jordan. Likely that fight's going to the judges. So, yeah, gonna have some fun there in the prelims with a couple quick bets, as we mentioned, and some okay fights. Not the best thing in the world. I'm an okay Zach Reese fan. I know the fight's either going to be kill or be killed. So let's talk a little bit about this fight with Dusko. I think this is for sure safe to say it's not going to the judges. Reese has been put away a few times now, and these shots are hitting the back of his head. But the idea is that he's off his back, trying to pull guard, throw elbows, but he's absorbing big shots as well. I think Reese could do some wonders if he tried to be less offensive off his back and try to focus on shelling up and getting to the feet, because Reese is quite dangerous on the feet. And yes, he's dangerous on the ground, but he's also dangerous against himself on the ground. So Reese, he has the ability to put you away with a knockout or submission. Dusko's got solid pressure. He is a guy that knows how to throw elbows effectively, work for control, and yeah, he's pretty tough too on the feet. So it does take that special shot. I don't question if Zach Reese possesses the power to hit that special shot with Dusko. So from a betting standpoint, I see it being a knockout. But the prop is probably at this point so favorite in Reese that what's distance no look like under 1.5? You secure yourself either way, because this fight is very much so not going to the third round. I would write that one home. So yeah, looking forward to this fight. I'm going to take Reese. It's a little nerve-wracking to pick Reese based on how he's losing and what Dusko is good at and where he does it at. So that is of concern, of course. I was going to say, we could look further in statistics and weigh it over. Reese is big for the weight class as well. Always good to see what these guys look like, what their energy looks like come Friday at the weigh-in. So, yeah, I think from a fight fanatic standpoint, this is the one that you shouldn't miss. Like, this is one of the biggest fights on the card from an entertainment standpoint. I feel like I'm gonna fucking sneeze any minute. Excuse me. All right, so moving up to the main card. Oh man, what a doozy this is. Ketlin Vieira taking on Macy Chiasson. I like Macy, actually. She's a little bit of a fucking gangster. If you guys didn't know, she typically is good about going after it, getting the fucking finish, whether it be a knockout, submission, ground and pound. She's got good pressure. She's really tall and big for the weight class as well at bantamweight. Ketlin, if I remember correctly, she typically it's the pressure submission, but it's the clinch up against the edge of the octagon, trying to work down to the ground. But no, Macy's got more killer instinct. She's physically got a nice advantage in this fight, and on the feet, Ketlin doesn't have shit for Macy. And I see Macy being able to scramble with Ketlin. So I'm going to say lock. For me, one of the locks on the card is definitely going to be Macy. I know Ketlin's got a good record as well, and the upset could happen here, but I see Macy being very confidently winning this fight. I'd love to maybe fight a couple of people telling me otherwise and why before I reconsider, but the moment I saw that fight, I knew in my head Macy would probably win it. Okay, moving up the card, Dustin Jacoby taking on Bruno Lopez. Met Dustin at UFC 300 briefly, took a photo with him. Really cool ass dude. His coach was there as well. Can't remember his name, but basically in the corner of a lot of other fighters, very recognizable. And yeah, everyone was busy, especially those guys, and they took the time for every fan and whatnot. Signed a UFC sweater that I had. Dustin's a killer be kill kind of fighter as well. Moved over from his kickboxing days, transitioned MMA. I never really questioned his ability to get most fights done within a distance, but it seems like he's been one of those second, third round kind of guys. And typically, if things are going south in the first round, it's him, right? So I like Dustin in this fight. If we see a second round and Bruno looks live in the first, I'd be curious if the live odds could drop any, because typically Dustin's a cold start when he's off. So if the prop does drop in that first round, I'll probably put a little something on Dustin. So as long as he hasn't been rocked and anything, dropped or anything like that, whereas equilibrium's just fucked. But yeah, I think Jacoby's live in this fight. We'll see. Bruno, not to the highest level of opposition, of course, is always the thing I look at. But at the end of the day, he's only been dropped once. So if Joe Schmo can do it, I think Jacoby can too. All right, moving up the card, we got Ramiz taking on Billy Ray Goff. I like Goff as a lock this week. Prop on this was like negative 180 or so when I had last seen. Let me go back and see if I can pull that up again. Oh yeah, it's dropped significantly worse. So negative 340. So he's a considerable favorite this week. He's I guess what we try to say, controlling that chaos. He says he's not going out looking for the finish, but if the opportunity presents itself, he's going to go after it. I like his body work that he does. He kind of digs and isn't always the kind of striker that headhunts. That's what I like about a lot of his dudes TKOs. He's setting them up so well and playing it safe, where he's not overcommitting and missing a shot and then opening himself up to eat a big counter shot or an uppercut or something in those gunfights. Yeah, I like Goff by knockout in this fight. I don't see this one going to a third round also, if you want to hammer that bet as well. We're moving up the card. You got Gamrot taking on Ludovic Klein. Honestly, it's hard to... It's a good matchup. I'll start off with that. It's a good matchup. Klein's definitely going to be a lot more dangerous on the feet. Gamrot is very tough and resilient and likely has more pressure than what Ludovic can, be able to maintain early in the fight, especially. But if Gamrot goes into a third round, it's really going to depend on Klein's, his stamina, his cardio at that point in the fight, because Gamrot, it will be a solid fighter for 15 minutes in terms of the pressure he's bringing, the wrestling. It's really, to say it in a very blunt way, it's very gay and not fun to watch a Gamrot fight, but he does get his hand raised more times than not with the style that he brings. He's kind of what is now, or what used to be, the Americanized wrestling, you know what I mean? No one's really committing to that anymore. Even the Russian guys are throwing hands and getting good at Muay Thai, so they're threatening the Muay clinch with the fucking knees and clinch work and then transition for the takedown. They're not a lot of pure grapplers. And wrestlers, even even Marab's having fun on the feet these days, you know what I mean? So Gamrot's a very cut and dry, bologna sandwich kind of fighter. And if you enjoy that, then I'm, happy for you. Klein will be threatening the finish, or he loses by decision in this fight. Let's take a look at that. Need to take a further look and do a little bit more, research on his takedown defense and against two, before I put a lot of merit in his ability to keep the fight where he's, threatening the knockout or threatening the submission. I just see Gamrot sadly winning this winning this one via decision. But I may change. We'll see. Weight cut will be a big one for this as well for me. All right, moving up the card, you got Erin Blanchfield moving, hopefully into a top 4, top 3 position. Marone was the one who put her out, exposed her inability to do anything other in a fight than to complete a takedown. And once that happened, she looked like a deer in headlights. Macy doesn't genetically fit that bill or the same level of strength. She's more susceptible to the takedown, but what she offers is a good mix where on the feet, Barber has still got a lot of good boxing and things that she can use to control the fight in her favor. It's very much going to come down to, is Blanchfield as good as we originally thought she was? Is her pressure good enough to get it done? The kicker in this fight is it's over 25 minutes. Otherwise, I could see Blanchfield getting an early 1-2 rounds out of the way, and then Macy having a very good third round. Being over the course of 25, I like Macy by knockout from a betting standpoint. If she's the slight dog, it's got to have a good prop. Yeah, slight underdog at plus 140. If it happened at all, it'd be Macy Barber TKO or knockout. Maybe a perfectly timed knee or something. But otherwise, I see Blanchfield just grinding this one to a decision as well. So a lot of the action, as you guys heard, I was more excited earlier, like in the prelims. Some good finishes there. Again, the Dusko-Zach Reese fight. Because sadly, as we progress into the main event and the co-main, I mean, something cool could happen, but the odds are these are going to the judges. So I don't like it a lot on the distance standpoint. Maybe I could pull an underdog there. But for a distance, no, let's recap. I'm going to combine 2 from the main card and 2 of the prelim and make a nice little 4-leg here real quick. So pretty all close together. I'm going to say, the Gustafsson fight might be a fun moonshot that I could consider, and it's early, so it could be the first fight that falls, or it's a boost. So I could say distance no there, but that's just for the long shot. If you want my lock on this, I'm going to say Fio and Nascimento don't go to the judges. The lock on the card for distance no is going to be the Zach Reese fight and Dusko. You could play around with the idea that Macy got the knockout or Vera got the submission, but I'm going to avoid that fight, and I'm going to say this fight ends by likely a knockout or just end by finish under a round and a half. Dustin Jacoby and Bruno Lopez, and I like Billy Ray Goff by knockout. So those 4 fights there, parlay them together. Maybe it's a nice little gift from me to you, but as always, do this responsibly and keep it low risk. All right, that's going to be my breakdown for this week, and I'll have picks up on IG. Everything is subject to change based on weigh-ins. Maybe I get a couple other reads or something, so I got a little bit more video to do before I'm super convinced between a couple of these pick'ems that I'm neither like super convinced one way or the other. And I also try to keep everything, a little bit more, I don't know, pending to the last little bit anyways, because I'm in that contest, first race to 100, and throughout the week I will really rethink some of my decisions and fights that I'm in between. We changed Zahabi. I originally had Aldo in that fight, so we changed Zahabi there. We've done a few Friday night changes, so I'll consider communicating that or letting it be shown, I guess, on the fight creator listing when I submit it that way. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this breakdown. I'm going to transition now and take care of some cards. I'm going to make the Tom Aspinall video, and I'll post that here shortly, so you guys can look forward to that. All right, we'll catch you next time. Peace. All right. Thanks, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Would mean a ton to me as we are trying to get something going. Just be part of the community nonetheless and get to collaborate further. And I do have some fight interview things in the works right now that I'm very excited to share with y'all. So something to look forward to. I am working my best right now at trying to juggle life and doing something further in a passion and a hobby that I love very much so. So it'd be a dream to combine those worlds and do this more throughout the day and less work. So help me achieve that goal. Hit a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know that somebody's watching. All right, till next time, we'll see you. Peace. All right. And that's the stream there. So we just got that recording in just to try to say hi and then show people that I'm in the space. I'm going to keep the stream going and just show you guys kind of the video edit that I have in mind here, and you guys can be part. Excuse me, man, I keep trying to sneeze. Ooh, shit. Good thing I got that done in time, huh? Just kind of stream and let people know that I'm in the space, got this Tom Aspinall little idea, and then after that, I might honestly do a little bit of gaming and just chill for a little bit, play something. Playing some Path of Exile sounds fun too. Yeah, change this real quick. Kicking the fight breakdowns. Let me see something here. I got a nice little message, looks like. I'll definitely reach out to her though. Thanks for the referral. Nice. You just had a nice work referral for me. Well, that's neat. But yeah, what are we gonna do now? What were we saying? Oh yeah, I want to make the Tom Aspinall video. This will be more for fun here, and I'm gonna try doing this with. I'll try doing this with this webcam using this camera on my tablet. So I'm gonna cut stream, but pay attention to the